RealGreenWorld. Don't hit me.
That's right, it's a show where we talk about green.
For the rest of us.
You and me.
And everybody else who drives an SUV.
No judgment here, we both have one.
Has too many kids.
That's just you, ADD boy, so let's stay on topic. This show's about green.
Not for the rest of us. What's my next line?
I got a few lines. Green, for the environment.
And for your wallet.
The last time we checked,
they're both
green. All right, I got a turn here. Face the other way.
That leg hurting?
No, it's just a weird way to stand.
Wait, let's be standing that way. What are you saying? Alright, so ironic how a whole week goes by and we're still wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, I like that 80s gig you got going on there.
Yeah.
That's just
phone.
That's just my 80s phone. Yeah.
That thing's pretty cool.
I know. You want it back.
You know, I got a funny story about that phone. I had one just like that in about 94. I'm up working on a roof. I'm doing a little repair and I'm like basically done with the repair. And I pull out my hammer to just knock in the last nail and my hammer falls down 2 stories on the ladder and I'm ready to go home. So you know what I do?
You used your phone.
I did. You know what? It worked for 6 months after that.
You used the brick.
I used the brick. We got fans.
Yeah. People skiing around this field. So, again this week we're at Deer Valley.
We are.
We love Deer Valley. Deer Valley loves us. We had a great interview last week with Deer Valley. This week, we got a different interview. Thad Peterson.
Thad Peterson, Green Tech.
Green Tech, right now.
So, GreenTechDesignBuild.com. We got links in a couple of different places on our website. We'll have links right with the interview itself and right on this page with the entire episode, so you can get there easy.
Yeah. That's, what was it, Casa Verde?
Yeah, we were hanging out at Casa Verde.
Casa Verde, greenhouse.
Greenhouse.
It's very apropos.
It is.
If I'm going to be speaking French.
Yeah.
If apropos is a French word, I
don't know either, but it sounded
sounds
impressive.
French.
It sounds like you have an education, but what you do. So, yeah, that was a cool house. We get to hang out down in the mechanical room.
Yeah. So, we'll get to that.
We will.
Yeah. But right now, I think it's time for this day in Real Green History.
Real Green History.
Okay, so last week I kind of hit you up.
You did.
And you hit me up.
Yeah, so,
Ooh, it's hot.
Let's talk Arizona.
Arizona. Sweet home Arizona. Arizona. Let's see. Lived there for 12 years, Carrie and I did. We moved there in 1993 and went there to go to school, go to ASU. The plan was go to ASU and then go home to New York, where we're originally from. And we fell in love with the West. And of course, school took a lot longer than anybody ever expected, a lot longer than anyone should ever spend in school. 12 years. And yeah, so
you got a PhD?
I've got enough credits for them. I absolutely do.
You really? Wow.
I do have 3 degrees. But yeah, so worked in electrical engineering.
We should call this show 3 Degrees Green.
Yeah.
Because between us, we've got 3 degrees.
Between us.
So you worked in electrical engineering.
Electrical engineering, did some architecture, was a construction superintendent, project manager for Arizona Public Service. Got a whole bunch of good experience in there.
Did you work at McDonald's? Man, you worked everywhere during that time.
No, you know, I did. My first job when I moved there was I worked in card member services, actually in collections for Chase Manhattan Bank in Tempe.
Ooh.
Calling people, trying to collect money.
Wow.
That job sucked.
Yeah, I bet.
Nothing like calling people who owe money and trying to extort money out of them.
You have to have the right temperament. I've known a couple of people that that's been their career. They've moved from job to job in that industry. And yeah, not happy people.
It's tough. did that for a few months, and I actually got fired.
You don't have enough of a brick on your shoulder, man. You're just not pissed enough at the world.
I got fired because I had a slight mar on my record from stealing the street sign when I was a kid. And of course, if you have any Mars on your record, you can't work for a bank. So it was a good thing though. Because then I went from there and I got a job with an architect. And worked on a pretty cool project. So.
Good deal.
So that's Arizona. And that is this day in Real Green History.
That's it. So, Real Green question of the week.
Real Green question of the week. So take the hat and get the questions out.
Now, please notice here, we don't have a lot of questions.
We need more questions, people.
We need you to post some questions up there. Help us out here. We want to know what you want to know. We want to talk about what you want us to talk about.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
if that made any sense.
All right, here we go. The Real Green question of the week is from Ricola. Ricola! Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
I did.
Uh-oh.
I did. It's lame, I know.
That's more lame than my excited.
But I will
first
use any
episode.
excuse to go, Ricola! And we're on a mountainside and everything. Ricola! Okay. Real Green question of the week. This is from Ryan J. Dahl. What are your thoughts on the solar cell shingle? Are they good for the Utah climate? Do they hold up well in the summer heat and the snow that we accumulate during the winter? Is there a better product that will do something similar to the shingle? Do you know if they perform as well as typical solar panel grid? That's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave this one for you because it's very technical.
All right, and I'm the technical guy.
And you're the technical.
And you're the one with 3 degrees. Here, have your hat back. It's heavy. That's a really good question. It gives us a nice segue into Soul Ice, actually.
Yes.
Because even though Soul Ice doesn't do photovoltaic, we can make photovoltaic work better. You know what? Turbochargers for photovoltaic. It's a new slogan.
Are you inventing a new product right
No, I'm just giving a trademark slogan to subsolar thermal. Turbochargers for photovoltaic. All right. So anyway, photovoltaic, one of the problems with photovoltaic is as it gets warmer, it loses its efficiency to produce electricity. And so the end result is, in the middle of summers, especially Utah summers, which he specifically asked about, you're not getting very much electricity out of that system anymore because it's so hot. The solar shingles specifically that he asked about are really expensive. In Utah, a standard photovoltaic panel on your roof, not very attractive, but your standard panel is going to get you about 12 to 18-year return. It takes a while to get your money back.
That's a long time.
Our utilities are really low, and there's no subsidies of significance from the state.
And in the dry climate of Utah, especially if you're at altitude, your roof isn't going to last 18 years.
No, unless you've gone
Well,
metal.
yeah, unless you've gone metal. But if you've got a typical
That's the
asphalt,
classic right there.
plug for classic, metal roofs. If you've got an asphalt shingle, it's definitely going to need to be replaced or a big-time repair by 18 years.
Absolutely.
And if you've got, let's say, cedar shakes, they're probably in pretty bad shape too from being dried out.
They are.
So you're never going to get your return.
you won't. Now, those particular shingles, though, are a metal shingle in most cases with a little piece that, about this big, that big, sorry. They got a little piece of photovoltaic connected to them, laminated on it. And they're expensive. They're going to be more like 25 years to get your money back. But they look cooler than photovoltaic panel. For a lot of people, that's a plus. But if you go with a standing seam metal roof and subsolar thermal and photovoltaic mats. Now these are the same laminate pieces that are laminated to those shingles, but they come in rolls that are 15.5 inches wide. And standing seam metal roofs, those are the ones with the long ribs that you see. Those are 16 inches wide. So they stick right down in between. Okay? Those, if you get those, you get the roof in black or dark brown, you can't really see, or even a dark charcoal, you can't really see the photovoltaic mat in there. And so it just looks like you've got a standing seam roof. And then you put the subsoil thermal underneath. We're able to keep the temperature of that photovoltaic mat a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Because we basically got a radiator underneath it. So then you can get a much quicker return. You produce more electricity in the summer if you've got something to heat sink to. And so that's kind of the skinny on that. We could do an entire show, and probably should do an entire show on this subject at some point in time. But Ryan wins.
Does Ryan win?
Deer Valley.
He gets the Deer Valley, the cool #1 3 years in a row hat
That's right.
that we got from
We were wearing them on
Julie last week.
Yeah, we were wearing them, both of us, on the show. She gave both of us one, and then another one to give away.
Yep.
Ryan works with my wife.
Yeah.
So I'll
Cool.
Ryan, you'll be getting that. We'll
Cool.
ship it via
Congratulations,
my
Ryan.
wife.
Thanks for sending the questions.
Way to
Anyone
go.
else, please send us a question. Doesn't matter what the question is.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got, questions on how to raise your kids.
And at this
Or
point in
how
time,
to
we're not
change
even
a
being
tire.
picky. You can win twice in a month. We don't care. We just need more questions. So
More questions.
post more questions up.
You can ask exactly what year it was that Dennis bought that jet.
We're getting better. So, you know what I was thinking we need to do before we go? We need to make a little plug on Classic.
Classic? Okay.
Yeah. So, Cheryl was playing around. Cheryl is Grammar Chick on our website. Web Chick's still been busy, so Grammar Chick's been doing the editing for a while. But she figured out a way to be able to post a photo up so you won't see us, and we can talk about it.
Okay.
So we're gonna post up a photo right now. What you're seeing now is a Country Manor shake. Well, it used to be. It's actually now called Castle and Irons Castle Shake by Castle and Irons, and it's made out of steel. About 35% recycled. It's Kynar coated, 2-step paint process, duo gold is what they call it. And as you can see, it looks like a wood shake.
It's a beautiful roof.
It really is.
We tried hard to get that thing in the montage.
And the truth is, it's actually less expensive than the asphalt shingles they use.
It's true.
So, a lot of people think that,
Hard to make that jump.
metal is this huge, big expense to purchase, but it's not more expensive. Another interesting thing about metal, this isn't special to Classic, but all metal roofs, this is a study done by This Old House, 60% of the cost of your metal roof can be recouped when you resell. So you pay $10,000 for a metal roof. When you sell, you can get $6,000 back. Now,
This is a big selling point when you're selling a house that, hey, future owner. The roof is not something you're going to have to worry about.
no, this is
You're
permanent.
not going to have to budget some money for a roof replacement in 10 years.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And so people pay money for that. Well, you put on an asphalt shingle roof, and I don't care how nice an asphalt shingle roof you put on,
UV rays will eat it up.
and you're going to get nothing back when you resell. So, if your same house costs $6,000 or $7,000 to roof with shingles, but 10 with metal,
It's worth it.
yeah, because you could spend $8,000 and sell the house 2 years later and get nothing, or you could spend $10,000 and sell the house 2 years later and get $6,000. I'm thinking. Just saying.
Just saying.
All right, so there's our plug for one of our sponsors, Classic. Haven't
Thanks,
plugged them
Classic.
in a while.
Classic and Castle and Irons.
Classic and Castle and Irons. They're actually kind of semi-pseudo, more or less partially one company.
Yeah.
Same CEO over both of them. All right. Hey, Todd.
He died.
And Todd. Because the other
Todd.
Todd does marketing. You guys are great. All right. That's our show.
That's a show for this week, huh?
Yeah, I think so.